Good day, I'm Officer Mike, and today I will be conducting your citizenship interview. Can I see your permanent resident card and valid ID? Just show them to me, please. You can put them away now. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear and affirm that the statements you will give and provide today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? You can put your hand down. Now please read the following sentence. Who was the first president? Please write the following sentence. George Washington was the first president. George Washington was the first president. We're going to do the civics test. If the president can no longer serve, who becomes president? Who does a U.S. senator represent? What are two rights in the Declaration of Independence? Name one war fought by the United States in the 1800s. How old do citizens have to be to vote for president? How many amendments does the Constitution have? When do we celebrate Independence Day? Name one state that borders Canada. What is the supreme law of the land? Why does the flag have 13 stripes? What is the capital of the United States? Name two national U.S. holidays. So what is the name of the President of the United States now? We elect a president for how many years, Nanal? Alright, we're going to move on to the N400. Why do you want to become a citizen? How did you get here today? What did you eat? Is someone waiting for you? Did you fill out this application by yourself? When did you become a permanent resident? How did you get your permanent residency? What is your country of origin? What is your date of birth? What is your complete name? Have you ever used any other names? Are you going to change your name? What is your marital status? How many times have you been married? What is the name of your spouse? Were you ever married in your country of origin? How many children do you have? Were your children born in the United States? Do any of your children live outside of the United States? Are all your children your biological children? Alright, what's your social security number? How tall are you and how much do you weigh? What is your current address? How long have you lived at this address? What is your previous address? And how long did you live at your previous address? Where do you work? How long have you worked at your job? What do you do at your job? Now, can I please see any passports that you have? In the last 5 years, how many total days have you spent outside of the United States? When was the last time you traveled out of the United States? How long was this trip for? Have you ever claimed to be a United States citizen? Have you ever registered to vote or voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? Why not? Do you owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes in the United States? Did you file your taxes this year? Since you became a lawful permanent resident, have you called yourself a non-resident on a federal, state, or local tax return, or decided not to file the tax return because you consider yourself to be a non-resident? Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with any communist or totalitarian party anywhere in the world? Have you ever advocated any of the following or been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with any group anywhere in the world that advocated any of the following? Opposition to all organized government, world communism, the establishment in the United States of a totalitarian dictatorship, the overthrow by force or violence or other unconstitutional means of the governments of the United States or all forms of law, the unlawful assaulting or killing of any officer or officers of the governments of the United States or of any other organized government because of their official character, the unlawful damage, injury, or destruction of property or sabotage. So, what is the definition of communism? Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with, or have you ever provided money, a thing of value, services or labor, or any other assistance or support to a group that used a weapon or explosive with intent to harm another person or cause damage to property? Engaged in kidnapping, assassination or hijacking or sabotage of an airplane, ship, vehicle, or other mode of transportation? Have you ever threatened, attempted, conspired, prepared, planned, advocated for, or incited others to commit any of the actions named, like using a weapon or explosive with intent to harm another person, or cause damage to property, and participated in kidnapping, assassination or hijacking or sabotage of an airplane, ship, vehicle, or other mode of transportation? So have you ever ordered, incited, called for, or committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in any of the following: torture, genocide, killing or trying to kill any person, intentionally and severely injuring or trying to injure any person, any kind of sexual contact or activity with any person who did not consent, or was unable to consent, or was being forced or threatened by you or by someone else, not letting someone practice their religion, causing harm or suffering to any person because of their race, national origin, membership in a particular social group or political opinion? Have you ever served in, been a member of, assisted, or participated in any military or police unit? Have you ever served in, been a member of, assisted, or participated in any armed group? For example, a paramilitary unit, self-defense unit, vigilante unit, rebel group, or guerrilla group? Have you ever worked, volunteered, or otherwise served in a place where people were detained? For example, a prison, jail, prison camp, detention facility, or labor camp? Have you ever directed or participated in any other activity that involved detaining people? Were you in any way part of any group, or did you ever help any group, unit, or organization that used their weapon against any person or threatened to do so? What is a weapon? Have you ever sold, provided, or transported weapons, or assisted any person in selling, providing, or transporting weapons which you knew or believed would be used against another person? Have you ever received any weapons training, paramilitary training, or any other type of training? Have you ever recruited, enlisted, conscripted, or used any person under 15 years of age to serve in or help an armed group, or attempted it, or maybe worked with others to do so? Have you ever used any person under 15 years of age to take part in hostilities, or attempted or worked with others to do so? This could include participating in combat or providing services related to combat. Have you ever committed crimes and offenses in the United States or anywhere in the world, including, things like domestic violence, driving under the influence of drugs or alcohol, and crimes and offenses while you were under 18 years of age? Have you ever committed, agreed to commit, or asked someone else to commit a crime or offense where you were arrested, cited, detained, or confined by any law enforcement officer, military official, or immigration official? Were you ever charged with committing, helping commit, or trying to commit, or pled guilty? Were you ever convicted or were placed in alternative sentencing or a related program? Or received a suspended sentence, clemency, amnesty, or pardon, or were placed on probation or parole board? Have you ever agreed to commit, asked someone else to commit, helped commit, or tried to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested? Have you ever been arrested, cited, detained, or confined by any law enforcement officer, military official, or immigration official for any reason, or been charged with a crime or offense? What is a crime? Did you receive a suspended sentence, were placed on probation, or were paroled? And have you completed your suspended sentence, probation, or parole? Have you ever engaged in prostitution? Attempted to procure or import prostitutes or people for the purpose of prostitution? Or received any proceeds or money from prostitution? Have you ever manufactured, cultivated, produced, distributed, dispensed, sold, or smuggled any controlled substances, illegal drugs, narcotics, or drug paraphernalia in violation of any law or regulation of the United States, state, or to the United States or a foreign country? Have you ever married someone in order to obtain an immigration benefit? Have you ever helped anyone to enter or tried to enter the United States illegally? Have you ever gambled illegally? Or received income from illegal gambling? Have you ever failed to support your dependents or to pay alimony? Have you ever made any misrepresentation to obtain any public benefit in the United States? Have you ever given any United States government officials any information or documentation that was false, fraudulent, or misleading? Have you ever lied to any United States government officials to gain entry or admission into the United States, or to gain immigration benefits while in the United States? Have you ever been placed in removal, rescission, or deportation proceedings? What is deportation? Have you ever been removed or deported from the United States? Have you ever left the United States to avoid being drafted in the United States Armed Forces? Have you ever applied for any kind of exemption for military service in the United States Armed Forces? Have you ever served in the United States Armed Forces? Are you currently a member of the United States Armed Forces? Do you now have, or did you ever have, a hereditary title or an order of nobility in any foreign country? Please answer yes or no to the following questions. Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States? Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States? What is an oath of allegiance? Are you unable to take the oath of allegiance because of a physical or developmental disability or mental impairment? Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States if the law requires it? Are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States if the law requires it? Are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the United States Armed Forces? And if the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction? Congratulations, currently you are approved.